Dean lay restless on the rough wooden bed, his body still weak, the fever not yet breaking. Every time he tried to close his eyes, the crackle of the fire filled his ears, louder than it should have been, as if the flames themselves wanted his attention. He opened his eyes again. The hut looked smaller at night, as though the shadows pressed inward. Strange carvings, shapes and spirals etched into the wooden beams, shifted in the firelight, almost alive. Dean wasn't sure if his fever was playing tricks, or if the hut was breathing with him. Across the room, Mork sat rigidly beside the pot. Her hood shadowed most of her face, her thin hand moving the wooden spoon in a steady rhythm. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Each drag of the spoon against the pot was sharp, deliberate, as though she wasn't just cooking, but performing something older. Something heavier. Dean swallowed hard. His lips cracked, his voice too weak to speak. Then, he heard it. At first, he thought it was the fire itself. A crackle, a hiss. But no, this was different. The sound curled into syllables, soft, broken words that slipped between the snapping wood. Dean, leave, you are not safe here. His entire body stiffened. His skin prickled as though cold air had rushed through the hut, though the fire burned hot. He turned his head slowly toward Mork. She kept stirring, her movements unbroken. But then, very slightly, her head tilted. Not toward the pot. Not toward Mean. Toward him. As if she too had heard the whisper. Dean's heart pounded. He looked toward Mean, sitting closer by his side. Her eyes widened, fear swimming in them. She shook her head once, barely noticeable, and gently brushed her hand across his arm, urging him not to speak. But his mouth trembled with the question he wanted to ask. What is happening? What did that voice mean? The fire popped suddenly, a spark shooting upward. And at that moment, Mork's lips began to move. She whispered words Dean did not recognize, low and rhythmic, like an incantation. The hut filled with a pulse, a weight. And then, the fire grew quiet. The whispering voice was gone. Dean's chest rose and fell with shallow breaths. His mind raced. Had he imagined it? A fevered hallucination? Or, had something inside the flames really spoken to him? He dared one last glance at Mean. She bit her lip, her hand clutching the wooden floor, as though she wanted to tell him everything but couldn't. Dean realized then, this hut wasn't just a shelter. It was a place of secrets. And whatever whispered his name from the fire, might have been the only one trying to save him.